Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday. It's time for another Halo Infinite story. That's 2 in 2 days. That's twice as much Halo.
And like 5 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Something.
Add to that 4 or 5 podcasts.
Yeah.
Good news today, we're not talking about rumors. We're talking about some official news as far as the game goes, and it looks like we've got yet another management shakeup.
Yeah, Microsoft is bringing in a well-respected Halo old schooler to help get the game over the finish line. Yet another sign that there are definitely issues behind the scenes, and they're trying to bring back some of that OG Halo magic.
This was first reported by Bloomberg's Dina Bass and Jason Schreier, who said that Joseph Staten
Friend of the show.
is returning to Halo in a lead role. All friends of the show.
Now, if you're not familiar with who Staten is, it's safe to say that he's a beloved figure for Halo fans. He started at Bungie in the 90s and played a big part in developing and writing the earliest Halo games. He stayed at the studio after they split from Microsoft in the mid-2000s and then finally left Bungie in 2013. He then came back to Microsoft a year later and has been working on non-Halo games, according to Bloomberg.
Most recently, he helped launch the narrative adventure game Tell Me Why, which releases today. No rest for the weary. Tell me why.
I like to say no rest for the wicked.
Ba-da-da-da-bam-bow.
Just sitting on the Borderlands intro screen,
Yep.
letting it play again and again. But yeah, that dude just finished shipping a game. Like, give him a long weekend. Let him get out there,
Yeah.
and, you know, maybe throw some steaks on the grill.
Sure.
Get a little wild.
Nice.
You could even throw some veggies on there.
Sausages. You paint the barbecue sauce on. You got one of those brushes. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe you
Yeah.
wrap up some corn.
And the grill you have has that top shelf for the buns, so you put
Yes,
the
it
buns
does
on
have
so
the
they
top
don't
shelf for
burn,
the
but
buns,
they get
Patrick! Yes, dude.
Jesus.
Man, he brought it home like he always does.
In a tweet last night, Staten confirmed the news, writing, "I'm thrilled to join Halo to help him ship Halo Infinite. As the project lead for the Infinite campaign, I will be supporting the team's existing great leaders and empowering them to do their best work."
Let's unpack that a little bit. Project lead for the entire campaign is a really big job, which means that they must have pushed out the former project lead. So you could conclude that Microsoft was not pleased with the game's delay. Really? They're not happy that their main system seller isn't gonna launch with the system.
Yeah, they've been hyping Halo Infinite as a launch title for the Xbox Series X for a long time, basically since we've known about the Xbox Series X, only to see it abruptly delayed just months before the deadline. The game is now supposed to release sometime next year, but there have also been rumors that it could be delayed to 2022.
Halo community manager John Junisek again denied those rumors in the Halo Waypoint blog, writing, "Over the past 2 weeks, we've seen the internet fabricate numerous stories and fake leaks that have made people, including me, scratch their heads. As we get closer to sharing more and more news, please only trust statements that are made by official Halo channels, members of our studio leadership, or members of the community team."
Regardless, it's undeniable that things have been bumpy lately with Halo Infinite. Microsoft showed off gameplay during its big July showcase of first-party games, and the response from fans, especially to Halo Infinite's graphics, I think that was the main thing they were mad about, but it was pretty bleh.
Like, it looks like a fun shooter. It looks like Halo.
It's just Craig.
Just Craig.
He's just...
On top of that, there are also rumors that the game doesn't run great on current-gen hardware and that Microsoft is considering dropping Xbox One support, although developer 343 Industries has denied that. They say, how dare you allege that?
Sir, excuse me.
Ripped off a glove, smacked him across the face.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, motherfucker? What are you trying to say to me?
And maybe those rumors aren't true, but there's clearly some drama going on behind the scenes with the game. Like we said, the fact that they're bringing in a new project lead this late into the game is a sign that things needed shaking up. Microsoft has a lot riding on Halo Infinite, so they're going to give it as many resources as possible.
Bloomberg alluded to behind-the-scenes issues with the game, writing that Staten was brought in to help get the game back on track. Staten is beloved in the Halo community for his work on some of the franchise's best games, so his hire is a nice PR move as well.
They wrote that Staten will be coming on board as project lead for campaign as we push towards our 2021 release. The team has been working hard realizing our visions for the campaign, and we're happy to have Joseph's help to get it to the finish line.
They also heaped some praise on him, saying that if you enjoy Halo's storylines, characters, and overall universe, he's definitely one of the key people you have to thank. Obviously though, as the project lead, he'll be managing people and making sure they have what they need to get this game out, so it's a supervisory role, not a creative role.
But Staten's not the only Halo person who's getting shifted over to work on Infinite. We'll talk about the rest of the shakeups that are going down, but first, let's talk about a cool activation AT&T and Samsung are teaming up for on RTX at home.
Gang, listen up. Rooster Teeth is joining forces with Samsung and AT&T 5G to kick things off for our upcoming RTX at home virtual event. We are creating a Ruby outdoor mural that you can add art to from home using the Mark augmented reality app. Just download the Mark app and start creating your own Ruby art. Starting on September 5th through September 7th, each night fans' designs will be projected on the mural wall, and you could see yours come to life on social. If you're on the AT&T 5G network at home, you can access Plus mode through the Mark app, so you will get the highest res video and crystal clear images to explore on the app. Check out the new Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G powered by AT&T 5G. AT&T 5G requires compatible plans and coverage that's not in all areas. Here are some of the new features you can try out on this device. Cloud gaming will be available with the power of 5G. Try out cloud gaming with high performance experiences brought to you via the newest Samsung devices powered by AT&T 5G. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G also has a 120Hz adaptive display that automatically adjusts the refresh rate according to the content you are viewing, and an intelligent battery that optimizes for your gameplay. Between 5G support, Wi-Fi optimization, and the advanced processor, you get a smooth gaming experience with virtually no lag. And check out the S Pen and Samsung Notes to create your own works of art. Head over to att.com/Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G to learn how you can get the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G for free, or the Galaxy Note 20 5G Ultra for $299.99 for a limited time.
So which other Halo people are getting moved over to work on Infinite? Well, 343 also announced that Pierre Hintze, who is head of 343's publishing team, will be a project lead for the free-to-play portion of Halo Infinite, aka the multiplayer games as a service part of the game.
Hintze is an industry veteran who's been at 343 since 2018. Most recently, he was responsible for recent updates to the Halo Master Chief Collection. And while the Master Chief Collection had its fair share of issues over the years, they have made recent strides in improving it.
In announcing Hintze's move, 343 wrote, "He and his team have demonstrated an amazing ability to build..."
Why am I the only professional here?
Okay.
Huh?
You get one more try.
I get so many more tries. In
Have you
announcing
seen the end of Old Yeller?
Oh, no spoilers for Old Yeller. In announcing Hintze's move, 343 wrote, "He and his team have demonstrated an amazing ability to deliver new content, an exciting flighting program. What does that even mean? And substantive.
Substantive.
You're not even saying anything.
Do you want me? Do you want to?
No, I'm gonna do it.
Holy
And
shit.
substantive update. Substantive. And substantive update. And substantive update. And substantive update. And okay. And substantive updates across MCC over the past year. We look forward to having his expertise directly on the Halo Infinite team as we look to deliver a quality, free-to-play multiplayer experience for everyone."
Woo!
Oh my god.
It's also an open question as to whether or not the campaign and the multiplayer will release at the same time. There's also been speculation that they might split the two and put out the campaign first, but regardless, adding 2 new project leads for both the campaign and the multiplayer is a pretty significant move. In fact, I'd say it's a pretty substantive move.
Really? Would you?
I don't think that's a real word.
So Microsoft clearly felt like current leadership wasn't getting the job done. They needed some extra firepower. Bloomberg reported that both the new leads will work with studio head Chris Lee, and they will report to Bonnie Ross, who is a Microsoft vice president who oversees 343. Which means they're going to have quite a bit of authority if they're reporting directly to a vice president.
And Staten's return to Halo seems to be getting a very good response from fans. Whether it was on Twitter or forums like Reset Era, everyone seemed totally stoked.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, dude.
The Joseph Staten, bodacious.
Welcome back, brother.
You want a sack later?
It's not often that the internet unites around one opinion, but the vast majority of reactions were positive. Still, though, there was some skepticism about what this means about the overall health of the game.
Yeah, on Reddit, user ASX98 wrote, "Realistically, how much course correction could be done between now and its 2021 release date? It would be really interesting to hear what's been happening behind the scenes at 343 that led them to this moment."
Regardless of why they did it, these both seem like quality additions to the Halo Infinite team. The game is definitely having a bumpy landing, if you could call it that. Seems like it's very solidly still in the air.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like a pretty turbulent flight.
The Eagle is far from landing.
But if the final product is good, It'll all be worth it. No one will remember this.
And then that will be one small step for man, one giant leap for 343 Industries space
For
in the Halo
Manster
canon.
Chief.
Manster Chief.
All right, and we finished. Patrick, can you ring the bell to denote that the daily has been recorded?
Boom.
When a poster named Spongier claimed that sources told them that Microsoft and developer 343 Industries are currently very busy with the idea of dropping Xbox One support for Halo Infinite.
I like that they're busy with that idea.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm busy. I've got an idea.
Let's continue thinking about this.
Keep the f***ing kids out of my office. I'm